Good morning, everybody. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. I first want to just say thank you. I have had an enormous amount of people reaching out to me, and a whole lot of activity on my channels, and I greatly appreciate it. For those who don't know my journey, and I know everyone's journey is difficult, especially the ones that choose to wake up. This is not an easy journey at all when we choose to live within our spirit and help raise the consciousness of the planet. But my individual journey prior to my awakening process was pretty traumatic anyway. In my life, the trauma began as a child, and it never seemed to stop. I never had a voice. I never had a voice. I'm feeling very loved today. It began last night, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. Without having to go into too much detail, but I began to feel the universe's love, God's love last night. Again, I mean, I feel it all the time, but there are times when you can really feel the light coming in and giving you parts of you that you never knew. And I began feeling that energy about 9 p.m. last night or so, and it's about the new moon energies that we are now in, which is also in Cancer. New moons are about new beginnings, being able to plant seeds that are going to grow or manifest into the things that we truly want out of our life. It's how can you create the life that you truly want. And it's not about truly going out there and making a drastic change like with your occupation, but it can be. Most of what we are supposed to plant begins with an emotion. The emotion of abundance, the emotion of pure love, the emotion of gratitude. When we can plant dreams in our heart, when we can think about those craziest things that we did when we were little children, and make our heart believe in that idea, that's how things bloom. That's how we become creators. But this new moon is also in Cancer, which is the crab symbol. And this is going to be the energy of home. How can you make your home life, your family, your place of residence, if you have roommates, wherever it is that you always are, feel like home? And it could also be creating peace within someone in your family or friendship who is really close and near and dear to your heart, creating a greater bond with that individual. It could be your mother, it could be your best friend, it could be anyone. And don't forget that we also have this new moon in Cancer, also in conjunction with Saturn, who is in opposition. Saturn is a reminder, or the energy, to be your best version, to be the greatest person that you can possibly be. So whatever comes your way, and you know things are going to come your way, those experiences, those triggers, it's important to not take things personally. It's not about someone trying to cause you harm. It's not about the world is beating you up. It's not about you being a victim. It's about you learning. And this is something that I just made a comment or replied to an individual who commented on one of my videos. They're looking for friendship. And you think it's a coincidence that it's in this new moon in Cancer? No. This person is trying to create deep roots around friendships, companionship, love. And they expressed, and I'm not calling you out, I hope you don't take this to offense if you do watch this video of mine. We all go through life having lessons. If you feel criticized by individuals, if you feel judged by individuals, if you don't feel accepted in a crowd of individuals, it is a lesson. I know it hurts, but there's a lesson within it. How can this make me be my greater self? But when we hang on to the pain of not being accepted, the pain of being or feeling judged, the pain of not belonging, we lose sight of that lesson in general. We lose sight of who we truly are and why we are even doing this. It's human to feel those emotions, and you have to feel that emotion that does surface. If you're the type of individual who has an experience and then reacts almost violently or chaotically and then suppresses the emotion, you're not dealing with it. Or you could be a person who has an experience and then doesn't even lash out, period, but your heart, your mind, you're boiling inside. You can feel the change in the temperature. You become more anxious, more angry, but you're not letting it out. You're also suppressing that emotion. And that emotion is going to linger within you, and it will always bring more circumstances for you within your own life that are going to help you remove that negative emotion. I have made it a theme last week, and I guess now this week, about what God spoke to me about months and months ago. You can't take them with you when you go. If you want to be your higher self, if you want to know your higher self, if you want to know your purpose, if you want to be of great service, because regardless of what your heart is telling you now that you are doing, if you have a negative emotion you haven't received your higher self yet. You haven't received your divine purpose yet. This information is not to knock you down, to not make you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. You have. You've gotten this far. But there's always more. I haven't received my higher self yet. I don't know the exact plan for my purpose yet. And I am not saying I do. I have in any of my videos. I have lots of information to give to you as a result of being open and open source. But it takes a whole lot of understanding your lessons. A lot of it. Until you can get to that point of receiving. Now I am very close. And that's why in the beginning of this video, I was a little emotional. I was about to start crying there because I'm about to receive it. I'm about to receive my soul connection. And so as I was saying, when we have lower vibrational emotions, it's the indication that we still have a whole lot more to learn. And I'm talking about emotions that linger. Because the ones that linger and the things that are always on your mind, like if you don't feel accepted, if you always feel judged, I don't have a crowd to belong to, or I'm always afraid, I feel anxious all the time. You have a lot of purging that still is necessary because your true spirit cannot function in a hostile environment. Your physical form is the hostile environment because it has been a lifetime, your lifetime, however old that you are in this lifetime, you have been holding in negativity. And let's not forget, we don't just have this lifetime of pain that we have to purge out. It's every existence that must be purged. All of the karmic lessons that we have built up from time over time. And we have a chance in this lifetime, here and now, to purge it all out. And it's with the choice. I can't say this enough. Mindfulness of your thoughts and awareness of your emotions. Be careful about what you speak about, because what you speak about, you give life to. Because that means that if you're speaking about it, it's in your heart. So what I'm kind of asking you is to set the greatest intention, especially today, as we are in this new moon, to be your greatest self. That means you are now going to stop talking about negativity. Catch yourself when you say, I can't, I don't belong, I am afraid. Catch yourself in mid-sentence there and stop it in its tracks. When you can stop yourself from speaking negativity, you'll realize your mind is still picking up on negativity, which means your heart hasn't purged. And that will help you with the cycle of purging out what doesn't belong, so that when you are ready, you can ascend higher. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.